Firstly, meticulously document all discrepancies and necessary modifications identified in the construction plans. This documentation should be comprehensive, detailing each required change with specific instructions for implementation. For example, if the plans lack lighting fixtures over kitchen sinks, the documentation should specify the type of fixture, its location relative to the sink, the required electrical connections, and any applicable National Electrical Code or NEC references such as those pertaining to clearances or GFCI protection, for instance, referencing NEC Article 210.8 regarding GFCI protection. Secondly, communicate your findings to the builder in a clear, concise, and professional manner. This communication should highlight the significance of the proposed changes and their impact on the construction process. Emphasize potential cost savings, improved efficiency, and enhanced safety resulting from incorporating these revisions upfront. For example, neglecting to include the necessary electrical boxes and wiring for kitchen sink lighting during the rough-in phase would necessitate costly rework later in the project. Thirdly, propose a collaborative solution for incorporating the necessary changes into the plans. This could involve suggesting a formal process for submitting and reviewing revision requests, such as utilizing a standardized request for revision form. Alternatively, propose regular design review meetings where all stakeholders, including the builder, superintendent, electrician, and other relevant trades, can discuss and approve proposed changes collectively. This collaborative approach ensures that all perspectives are considered and that changes are implemented effectively. Fourthly, if you are investing significant time and effort in reviewing and revising the builder's plans, it is reasonable to negotiate compensation for your services. This negotiation should be approached professionally and transparently. Be prepared to discuss your hourly rate or project-based fee, the scope of work involved in reviewing the plans, and the estimated time commitment required. Provide a clear breakdown of the value you bring to the process, such as identifying errors and omissions that could lead to costly rework or delays. Emphasize that your expertise helps ensure the accuracy and completeness of the plans, ultimately benefiting the builder and the project. Fifthly, if the builder is unwilling to compensate you for your plan review services or consistently fails to incorporate necessary changes, it may be necessary to set boundaries to protect your time and resources. This should be done politely and professionally, avoiding confrontational language. Explain that while you are committed to providing quality electrical work, you cannot continue to spend excessive time reviewing and revising plans without proper compensation or assurance that your input will be valued and implemented. Offer to limit your involvement to critical items that directly impact the electrical installation and safety, while deferring responsibility for comprehensive plan reviews back to the builder. Sixthly, throughout the entire process, it is crucial to maintain professionalism in all interactions with the builder, superintendent, and other stakeholders. This includes using respectful language, avoiding accusatory or confrontational statements, and focusing on finding mutually acceptable solutions. Remember that maintaining a positive and collaborative relationship is essential for successful project outcomes. For instance, instead of saying these plans are a mess and completely inadequate, consider phrasing your concerns as I've identified several areas in the plans that could benefit from further clarification to ensure a smooth and efficient electrical installation. It is also advisable to keep a detailed record of all communication, including emails, meeting minutes, and revision requests. This documentation can be invaluable in resolving disputes or clarifying expectations later in the project. Furthermore, when reviewing electrical plans, it is essential to have a thorough understanding of the NEC and local electrical codes. This knowledge will enable you to identify potential code violations or safety hazards that may not be apparent to others. For example, you should be familiar with the requirements for conductor ampacity, overcurrent protection, grounding, and wiring methods. Specifically, when determining conductor ampacity, consult NEC Table 310.15b16 and related articles, considering factors such as conductor insulation type, ambient temperature, and the number of current carrying conductors in a raceway or cable. Overcurrent protection should be selected in accordance with NEC Article 240.4, ensuring that the breaker or fuse rating does not exceed the ampacity of the conductors being protected. Branding requirements are covered in NEC Article 250, which outlines the methods for grounding electrical systems and equipment to minimize the risk of electric shock. Wiring methods must comply with NEC Chapter 3, which specifies the types of wiring allowed for different applications, as well as the installation requirements for each type. When identifying discrepancies in the plans, be sure to provide specific code references to support your recommendations. This will demonstrate your expertise and help the builder understand the importance of complying with the NEC. For example, if the plans call for installing non-metallic sheet cable in a location where it is subject to physical damage, you could cite NEC Section 334.12 ATWO, which prohibits the use of non-metallic sheet cable in such locations. Furthermore, it is essential to verify that the electrical plans are consistent with other building systems, such as HVAC, plumbing, and structural components. Conflicts between these systems can lead to costly rework and delays. For example, ensure that there is adequate clearance around electrical panels and equipment to allow for safe access and maintenance, in accordance with NEC Section 110.26. Also, verify that the electrical wiring does not interfere with ductwork, piping, or structural members. By thoroughly reviewing the plans and identifying potential conflicts early in the process, you can help prevent costly mistakes and ensure a successful project. In addition to reviewing the electrical plans, it is also important to inspect the actual construction site to verify that the work is being performed in accordance with the plans and the NEC. This includes checking the quality of workmanship, the proper installation of electrical components, and the adherence to safety procedures. For example, ensure that all electrical boxes are properly secured, that conductors are properly terminated, and that all connections are tight. Also, verify that all grounding connections are properly made and that all equipment is properly labeled. If you identify any deficiencies or violations, bring them to the attention of the superintendent or builder immediately. Document the deficiencies in writing and request that they be corrected promptly. By performing regular site inspections and addressing any issues promptly, you can help ensure the safety and quality of the electrical installation. Moreover, stay updated on the latest changes to the NEC and local electrical codes. The NEC is revised every 3 years, and local jurisdictions may adopt amendments to the NEC to address specific local conditions. By staying informed about these changes, you can ensure that your work is always in compliance with the latest requirements. There are several ways to stay updated on the NEC and local electrical codes. You can subscribe to industry publications, attend continuing education courses, and participate in professional organizations. You can also consult with your local electrical inspector or a qualified electrical engineer. By investing in your professional development, you can enhance your expertise and provide valuable service. In conclusion, handling plan revisions effectively requires a combination of technical knowledge, communication skills, and professionalism. By documenting changes, communicating clearly, proposing solutions, negotiating compensation, setting boundaries, and maintaining a professional demeanor, you can help ensure the accuracy and efficiency of the electrical installation and contribute to the success of the construction project. Always prioritize safety and code compliance and be prepared to advocate for the highest standards of workmanship.